We now need nominations for state party vice chair, and this needs to be someone of the male gender. Got Bill Pritchard, second.
Second.
Any others?
I nominate myself.
Second. Any others? Seeing none. Speeches. Bill.
Yeah. I've been working on Ron Paul campaign for 11 months or so now, I guess, with everybody. I'm doing a lot of meetings, learning a lot. I'm excited about it all.
Well, since I've been since the age of 18, I've considered myself a Republican. I joined the Army back in 2004, served my country in the Iraq War from December 05 to December 06, and just been discharged a year ago in October. Since then, I've been working with the Ron Paul campaign, not only here in Texas, Austin, Fort Worth, Palo Pinto County, Parker County, also in Des Moines at the Iowa straw poll. I took part in the Iowa straw poll and voted. Also flew up to Iowa to help take part in the, I don't want to say this, in the Iowa Caucus, and have been working ever since with the Republican Party. This is why I believe I should be the vice chairman. Thank you.
Move to reopen nominations.
Stop it! All right. We'll do a crazy parliamentary one some other time.
All right.
That didn't happen. Chair's not that abusive. If your chair does that to you, tell someone. All right, all those in favor of Bill Pritchard, please stand up. Now,
Vote for yourself. Be a leader.
Okay, I'm going to
Dang, I can't believe I stood up.
I think 15.
15, please be seated. All those in favor of Vincent, please stand up. You're telling me there's 30. That's great. Thank you. Vincent is the recommendation from our caucus for state party vice chair. Chris is writing these names down, right, for his committee members. All right. Next order of business is the election of our state Republican executive committee man for the next 2 years. And then the woman, and this is Rule 42, which says, at the biennial state convention, each senatorial district shall caucus and elect a man and a woman to represent that senatorial district on the SREC. Those members elected to represent a particular senatorial district must be those recommended by the convention delegates representing that senatorial district. So we're picking them here and now. The results shall be forwarded to the state nominations committee by the district's member to the committee, and the committee shall include the results in its report to the convention. No person shall be eligible to be elected state Republican executive committee man or woman for more than 4 consecutive 2-year terms. The SREC shall be authorized to approve the minutes of the state convention. And do we have a supplemental rules of the convention? Typically, we're told to do this by secret ballot, and so did this one. So do we have a nomination first for SREC man?
Jared.
Jared Atkinson. Second?
Second.
Any other nominations?
John Smith.
John Smith. Anyone want to second that one?
Second.
Any other nominations? Seeing none. Speeches. Jared.
Thank you. Mr. Chair, caucus members, I'm Jared Atkinson. I've been a Republican, as long as I could realize what even politics was, what it was about. I'm an economist. I'm actually an Austrian economist, which means I'm a hardcore free market kind of guy.
Deficits don't matter.
Order!
I'm also I guess a second-term precinct chair. I was appointed to the executive committee for the 2006 to 2008 term, and then I was elected or re-elected, depending on how you look at it, for 2008 to 2010. It was a highly contested race where I beat actually a fairly prominent member of our community, but beat him on getting out there and actually talking to people in my precinct. And I also just happened to have been the Dallas and Collin County grassroots coordinator for Ron Paul. And through that experience, I was able to get out the word about what Republicans really are, what we really stand for, and it's the platform. The platform is fantastic. I hope, as SREC man, that I will be able to continue to impress upon our elected officials that we need to actually follow the platform. So consider me, please. Thank you.
Public I've known since 1980. It's not very convincing, I'm sure, but I have become extremely motivated in the last year. The presence of Ron Paul, things that he stood for, and I have strong convictions that we need to make some changes both state and national level. Reduction in the size of our government, return it to a constitutional state, and bring us back to the country that we fought pretty hard to achieve. Thank you. Hear, hear.
This is a secret ballot. So Sergeant at Arms will distribute pieces of paper to everybody, and you can write down Jared or John. Thank you for all writing that down. I have to pick. Give me a coin. Jared wins. Congratulations. We have a nomination for SREC woman.
I nominate Dorothy Davis.
What? Second it.
Any other nominations? Seeing none. Do you want to give a speech? Do you want to nominate?
Yes, I'm very interested in agriculture, and it is my understanding that the Supreme Court has passed a rule that you can patent seeds. I see inherent problems with that, particularly with what is happening with the lack of food right now. I am opposed to GMOs. That's modified organisms seeds. And the pressure that's being put on the world by our government at this time is unacceptable, to accept these when they have resoundingly rejected it. Thank you.
We'll distribute ballots, and you can write aye or nay. Thank you for doing that. Dorothy wins. Congratulations. That is the agenda business for this caucus. Is there any other business? Seeing none. Motion to adjourn is in order.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No. Would there be any reason to have other business that we?
Yes.
We could make a motion to appreciate Jeremy for his
More important than that.
right?
Yeah, but go back to Rule 41, State Party Chair and Vice Chair. Nominations from the floor shall be allowed only for candidates recommended by at least 3 districts or by petition signed by delegates equal in number to at least 20% of the convention voting strength. This would be a time for someone to circulate a petition. Or if we want to have a roll call vote out there on the floor for something. We're a big SD, we've got lots of Republicans, we want to make sure we get our full vote strength on something by roll call. This would be a time for us to vote that we want roll call demand, those kinds of things. So yeah, there's definitely for other business. Make sure it's in your SD caucus agenda. Whatever the agenda they put up there, make sure other business is on there so they don't just gavel through it. They actually allow it and the body can do its work. Our motion to adjourn carried. We're adjourned. Yahoo.